Hey everybody, what's up? We are here with a timeless reading. My name is Gabriella. For anybody new tuning in, welcome. Alright, so we're starting off with the Nine of Wands and the Hermit. Maybe something that you're thinking over here. It can also be a challenge to get this time. Maybe that you feel you need to sort of reflect on your own. You may feel like a lot's coming at you currently. That's where the balance is. It's like things that need to be done, your responsibilities, stuff you have to take care of, all the effort and energy you have to put in that direction, and then also balancing that with, it seems like the time that you need for yourself or on your own. You may feel right now like a lot of people need things from you, or there may be some stuff that you feel you have to dodge. Like this Seven of Wands, see how so much is coming at this person and they're like doing this dance over here. It's like this thing, this thing, this thing, all this stuff. Two of Pentacles, balancing, maybe also needing to prioritize as well to get organized here. All paths ultimately lead to the same place, no? There can be some stuff going on that's making it hard to want to reflect. Like maybe that's feeling less appealing to you currently. Let's say this too. There can be things that need to be done, but something has happened, or there are things that are going on that maybe if you had the choice or had control over this, you wouldn't have had things go down in this way. Meaning something may have happened in a way that did not feel ideal to you, and that's still something that it looks like you're coming to terms with. Having the Hermit suggests that you reflecting on this will be helpful to you, and you kind of pulling back into yourself to reconnect with what's important. And to focus on the connections that you do have rather than what you don't have. Yeah, something is not going, it's not the most smooth, but this is going to be a bit of a strengthening process for you. Especially too because it seems like prioritizing is really important, and it's going to help maybe assuage some of the stress that you're feeling. You may be keeping some things to yourself as well with the High Priestess. Yeah, so I'm seeing you be in a situation that's maybe more challenging than you initially thought it was going to be. And there can be part of you that's like, oh, I didn't think this was going to be one of those situations that was difficult. I thought this was going to be an easy one, you know? I'm seeing something here like that. So something may be taking more effort than you thought, or more time than you thought, or more energy than you thought. It's just not what you thought it was going to be. And I'm seeing that make something challenging, more difficult, more effort is needed because of that. And you may be sort of balancing out and readjusting that expectation to this situation. Now, to have the Hermit and the Ace of Cups, it looks like this concerns a connection of yours, something that you are involved in. I get this feeling again, a lot is coming at you from a lot of different directions. You can also feel the situation that you're in, maybe people aren't working with you the way that you want them to be, or that a person isn't being a teammate with you, something like that, or that maybe you're not being a complete teammate with yourself, because this is always going to start, I'm hearing at home, I feel between you and yourself. But yeah, it definitely feels like an intensity with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Wands here. And there's a need to get everything to work together, but I'm seeing it be very important that you prioritize like tackling the most important things first. And there's something here as well about trying to work together, but some of that may be like outside of your control too. But to have Two of Coins in the High Priestess, this card combination, it means a lot of things. But the first things that are coming to mind here is that like Two of Coins is about needing to take care of things practically. High Priestess is about taking care of things in like a spiritual way and using that wisdom and needing to have balance with both of those things. So this isn't just like what's going on up in the sky like in astral. This is also you like needing to take care of things like practical things and grounded things and things within the 3D that you're responsible for. So it's like having both of those. So it's like maintaining this like essence of your spirituality, your connection to it, and how you want to make choices based upon that. And then also practically the things that need to get done and use them to work together rather than feeling like you have to choose one or the other. It's about integration. And that's really what's needed here. Also, Two of Coins and High Priestess says you can use your intuitive insight and your connection with spirit to help you prioritize what needs to get done in 3D as well, like using that as a guide. I'm also hearing as a scope, maybe like even a lens to see things through. But these are definitely about balance, because when you see coins, you think like practical matters and things that are actually taking place physically. And then High Priestess is like stuff beyond just physical matter. You may be using your higher self to guide you, a guiding principle. Okay, this has to do with either family or a situation that's already passed, or with somebody that you've sort of been going through this with them for some time. It can be a feeling too of like, I wish that things had been different, or they had gone differently, or that we weren't in this place, or that you had done this or I had done that. Also too, Six of Cups in the Magician, because we're having the Magician come out as well. This can be like wanting to re-manifest something. It's going to start with you communicating your feelings is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing something that you may think that this is the way to like resolve it or maybe tackle it, because we go from Five of Wands to the Knight of Cups, well, Seven of Wands, which is kind of you feeling like a bit in the hot seat, we can say. Five of Wands is then something that's needs to be converged in order for like everybody to be in the same space. And then Knight of Cups can be like the way to work out this conflict is to express how one is feeling genuinely from the heart. I'm not seeing this be a new situation with a new person. This feels like something that's been ongoing, or with somebody that you're familiar with, but things don't feel ideal with this person. I'm seeing Virgo, I'm seeing Mercury, and I'm also seeing the moon here. Yes. You being honest and vulnerable and prioritizing that, even when you're like, what's that going to do for this? It's actually going to do a lot, because it's something that you're basically injecting energetically into this situation. Meaning maybe you're looking at this and being like, all these practical things have to be done. How is me sharing my emotions gonna help this out? But I'm actually getting that you speaking from a genuine heart space is like the first thing that you're being guided to do here. And you would have an intuitive, like this would just be confirmation for you that like communicating this or sending this message or disclosing this with this person is really the thing to do here. But for those of you that are like Virgo moon energy, just throwing one combination out here because I am seeing Virgo and the moon. You may look at this and be like, well, that's not very practical. Like, how is us like having this tea party talking about our feelings really going to do anything? But it's really going to change the like alchemical stuff that's going on here. And that's why it's important. It's basically going to change the energetics. And that's why you're meant to. Any of you guys with Virgo placements that you identify with, where you feel like I'm getting this reading be for the person that is going through something and maybe is like, I thought a situation was going to be easier, or I thought that it was going to be more enjoyable or more pleasant. It did not turn out that way. I feel like I'm going through a challenge needing to adjust my expectations. Especially those of you, this has to do with like a family member or like a partner that you've been with or like a friend that you've known for a while. It's like somebody that's been in your life where you maybe thought that a situation would be better than it was, and then it just, or different than it was, and then it ended up being a challenging experience. I'm seeing like starting off with the 9 of Wands, it's like this is definitely a karmic test that you're going through for sure, and you can feel the energetics of that. And I'm seeing something that, a situation that may have really left you wanting. And I'm seeing it be really challenging too, because you're dealing with someone or with people that like you have a familiarity and a knowing, and you may have just been like, I want things to be nice this time around, and maybe things didn't work out like that. And the Hermit is like taking the time for you to reflect on that and find the love in your heart and to manifest from there. So even though this couldn't be a situation that your ego is like, close down the heart so you don't have to feel this, so we can bypass this, what's actually being suggested here is for you to focus on things that make you want to open up your heart. Hermit, Ace of Cups, and the Magician. So this is like, you go into whatever space it is that you need to do, and you focus on the things that make you have feelings where you want to keep your heart open to feel those things. Like going out and being in nature, looking at flowers, or like playing with a puppy, or like whatever it is that holds your heart open, like listening to music, things that make you want to open up and make you want to be present to what it is that you're feeling, and to start there from that base of connection, because you're going through something that may have like hurt or been really disappointing, or something that you thought was going to be one way and then wasn't. And then there can be this part of you that, because of just your emotional involvement in this, it could have had you being like, this is just like too much to deal with or too painful to deal with. But that's why it's so important for you to stay open through this. So it's going to help you transmute the energy. Basically, it's like this. Rather than focusing right now on the things that you feel upset by and disappointed in, and the things that are going to further be paining you if you feel like you just can't handle it right now, it's about focusing on the thing where it is like pure, like love and connection and joy, and the things that help you like open up your spirit and open up to your spirit and stay connected and not want to run away, you know? And then to have the Magician, you're going to be speaking from that place, or you're going to be manifesting from that place. You're going to be doing something, taking action from that place, but it's only once you get connected and make sure that your heart is open. That's very, very necessary to this process. And I'm seeing there may be a part of you that's like, am I putting myself at risk by doing this? Or something like that, where you don't know how this is going to be taken, or you feel like shots are going to come at you because of this. But I'm seeing that by you being very, very honest, communicating like from an open heart space, it's going to basically like disarm this situation. That's what's going to happen. And I'm seeing your higher self be like, this is what needs to be prioritized right now, because if you do things this way, you go from the 9 of Wands, which is feeling like you're in the like prime climax of a very difficult challenge, all the way to the 9 of Cups, which is things ending in a way that you would actually like for them to be happening. And so it's about taking action once you like get right with yourself. And that's what's going to do it for this situation. And you may have thought, I need to do this, this, and that, but this is actually what needs to happen here in order for this to end in like the best possible outcome. I feel like that's clear. I don't want to like give too much, make this turn into a wordy thing. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. This is the way to go. This is the way to do things. And this would be a confirmation for you. It may not be the most comfortable thing to do, but you would feel like this would probably be the right way to go about things in order to get the outcome that you want. As a byproduct of you doing things in a way where you're listening to your higher self and your intuition. Some of you, this is like a trigger that goes all the way back to childhood. And it may have like put you in a space that felt very weird going through this recently. But yeah, again, keeping your heart open, it's the way to go through this. But it's not pretending that you're there and then trying to do something. It's like actually getting there for real. And the way to do that is to focus on things that encourage you to feel connected and keep your heart open. So to gravitate towards that, rather than, again, like the negative or what you feel like takes away or what you don't want to be focusing on, like focus on what makes you feel connected and happy and grounded and present. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everybody for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm wishing everybody love and light and healing, and I hope to catch you guys next time.